Intensive interaction. What is intensive interaction? It's an approach used to encourage social communication skills and to develop understanding of two-way interaction. Intensive interaction teaches basic skills needed for communication, such as joint attention, eye contact, using and understanding facial expressions, turn-taking, sharing personal space, and vocalizing with meaning. Why do we use intensive interaction? Using this approach means communicating with a person in a way they understand. We're using their language. Using intensive interaction with your child shows you respect and accept the way they communicate. This can boost their self-esteem and strengthen your relationship with them. It can also have a positive effect on their behaviour. So how do we do intensive interaction? When getting started, minimize distractions. That means turning off any TVs, radios, phones, tablets or laptops. Intensive interaction works best with one adult and one child. And try and provide toys your child likes to encourage two-way interaction. However, toys are not essential for doing intensive interaction. Two-way interaction can be encouraged through having fun with actions, sounds, gestures, or by playing with non-toy objects. With this in mind, now be available. Position yourself at your child's eye level opposite them. We can see that the mum in this shot is in a position where her child can look at and interact with her. Alternatively, if your child is lying down, then join them, as we can see this mum is doing. And if you can't get down to your child, bring them up to you. Next, observe, wait and listen, otherwise known as OWL. Observe. Watch what your child is interested in, what they're playing with, and how they're playing with it. Children play with things in their own way, which might not be what you expect. Wait. Take a moment to give your child an opportunity to interact with you. Pause your own actions and let your child interact with you first. Look what happens when this mum pauses her actions and how her child interacts with her. And listen. What sounds do you hear? What movements do you see? Is your child moving closer? Communication can include vocalizations, other noises, movements, coming closer to you or touching you, and reaching. Look at the way this mum carefully listens to and repeats the subtle sounds and actions her son is making. This leads us on to follow. Respond by copying or mirroring your child's actions and sounds, as we've just seen the mum doing in the previous clip. Here's some more examples of how to follow.
Tap. Tap, tap, tap.
So when and where is a good time to do intensive interaction? You can use intensive interaction anytime and anywhere. It is most effective when it's both spontaneous and planned. Try and take advantage of moments as they happen, during daily routines, calm and quiet moments, and when your child is already interacting with you. Also set aside some time every day, after nursery, after a nap, or when your other children are asleep or occupied. Plan to give your full attention to your child, and remember, a few minutes is long enough. If it feels like intensive interaction isn't working, or if your child doesn't like what you're doing, respond to what they are communicating. Maybe you're too close, maybe now isn't the right time, or maybe they'd rather you had your own toys. If it doesn't feel like your child is responding, try doing less. Go back to OWL and see what you notice. If your child is highly active, join in. You can move around with them. And if your child doesn't want to stay for long or keeps moving away, increase the distance. This way they can feel more comfortable sharing the space with you. Remember, you are the expert on your child, so do what comes naturally. Let go of any expectations of yourself or your child. Just enjoy being together and building a connection.